Why does it take 100 million sperm to fertilize one egg? Because they won't stop to ask for directions.
What did one butt cheek say to the other? Together, we can stop this crap.
A man and a woman started to have sex in the middle of a dark forest. After about 15 minutes, the man finally gets up and says, "Damn, I wish I had a flashlight." The woman says, "Me too, you've been eating grass for the past 10 minutes." How do you embarrass an archaeologist? Give him a used tampon and ask him which period it came from.
What does the receptionist at a sperm bank say as clients leave?
Bye. Thanks for coming.
What do you get when you cross a dick with a potato? A dictator.
What do you call a smiling Roman soldier with a piece of hair stuck between his front teeth? A glad he ate her.
How is sex like a game of bridge? If you have a great hand, you don't need a partner.
What's long and hard and full of semen? A submarine.
What do a penis and a Rubik's Cube have in common? The more you play with it, the harder it gets.
What's the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer? The taste.
What's long, green, and smells like bacon? Kermit the Frog's fingers.
Why is diarrhea hereditary? It runs in your genes.
What does the sign on an out-of-business brothel say? Beat it. We're closed. A family was driving behind a garbage truck when a dildo flies out and thumped against the windshield. Embarrassed, and to spare her young son's innocence, the mother turns around and says, "Don't worry, dear. That was just an insect." The boy replies,
"Wow. I'm surprised it could get off the ground with a cock like that."
A man goes to a $10 sex worker and catches a bad case of crabs. When he goes back to complain, the sex worker laughs and says, "What do you expect for $10? Lobster?" What does one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? "If we don't get some support, people will think we're nuts."
What do you get when you jingle Santa's balls? A white Christmas.
What's the difference between a G-spot and a golf ball? A guy will actually search for a golf ball.
What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your face? Finding out it was traced.
What are the 3 shortest words in the English language? Is it in? Is it in? What's the difference between a tire and 365 used condoms? One's a good year. The other's a great year.
What is Moby Dick's dad's name? Papa Boner.
What is Moby Dick's dad's name? Papa Boner.
How does a woman scare a gynecologist? By becoming a ventriloquist.
What do you call someone who refuses to fart in public? A private tutor.
What do you call a herd of cows masturbating? Beef stroganoff.
What's the difference between your penis and a bonus check? Someone's always willing to blow your bonus. What did the leper say to the sex worker? Keep the tip.
What do you call the lesbian version of a cock block? A beaver dam.
When is it okay to beat up a dwarf? When he's standing next to your girlfriend and telling her that her hair smells nice.
Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle? Because his wife died.
What's the difference between hungry and horny? Where you stick the cucumber.
What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff. What do you do when your cat's dead? You play with the neighbor's pussy instead.
Why isn't there a pregnant Barbie doll? Because Ken came in another box.
How is life like toilet paper? You're either on a roll, or taking shit from someone.
What's the process of applying for a job at Hooters? They just give you a bra and say, "Here, fill this out."
What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your face? Finding out it was traced. Don't forget to hit the little subscribe button right there. Thanks for watching. What's the difference between a pickpocket and a peeping Tom? One snatches your watch. The other watches your snatch. What do you call an IT teacher who touches his students? A PDF file.
Why did the sperm cross the road? Because I put on the wrong sock this morning. A guy is sitting at the doctor's office. The doctor walks in and says, "I have some bad news. I'm afraid you're going to have to stop masturbating." "I don't understand, Doc," The patient says. Why? Because, the doctor says. I'm trying to examine you.
What do a nearsighted gynecologist and a puppy have in common? A wet nose.
How do you make your girlfriend scream during sex? Call and tell her about it.
An old woman walked into a dentist's office, took off all her clothes, and spread her legs.
The dentist said, I think you have the wrong room. You put in my husband's teeth last week, she replied. Now you have to remove them.
Why does a mermaid wear seashells? Because she outgrew her shells. When is it okay to beat up a dwarf? When he's standing next to your girlfriend and telling her that her hair smells nice.
What's worse than waking up at a party and finding a penis drawn on your face? Finding out it was traced.
I hope you enjoyed this demo of Speechelo, the perfect human-to-speech generator. Get professional-grade voiceovers for your projects in just 3 clicks. Try this software for yourself using the link in the description.